Title: The Book of Revelation. Decoding the Apocalypse, Antichrist, and End-Time Prophecies. The final book of the Bible holds a message cloaked in mystery, prophecy, and divine revelation. Known as the Apocalypse of John, the Book of Revelation offers not just visions of destruction, but a prophetic unveiling of hope, cosmic warfare, and the ultimate triumph of good over evil. It is not merely a tale of doom, but a coded letter of encouragement to the faithful, full of imagery drawn from the Old Testament and rich in spiritual insight. In this journey, we will uncover hidden meanings, decode powerful symbols, and expose the identity of the Antichrist, while exploring end-time prophecies that have captivated, mystified, and terrified minds for centuries. Revelation was written around 95 AD by the Apostle John, exiled on the island of Patmos. Far from being a wild dream or cryptic hallucination, it was a letter written to real churches enduring real persecution. Nero's tyranny had scorched Christian communities with fire, blood, and fear. Domitian continued the reign of terror, demanding that all worship him as divine. For believers refusing to bow, Revelation became a secret message of resistance. In such a dangerous environment, John couldn't openly criticize Rome. Instead, he used a coded language that only the faithful would understand. Thus, Revelation became a tapestry of visions, heavenly and terrifying, containing veiled messages of divine justice and hope. These images, though fantastical to modern eyes, were carefully crafted signals to the oppressed. John draws heavily from Ezekiel, Daniel, Isaiah, and Zechariah, embedding old prophetic visions with new relevance. The structure of Revelation is intentional and divine. The text opens with John's vision of the glorified Christ, who walks among 7 golden lampstands, symbols of the 7 churches in Asia Minor. Each church receives a personalized message from Jesus, filled with encouragement, warnings, and spiritual correction. These letters address specific conditions: compromise, persecution, love grown cold, and unshakable faith. From Ephesus to Laodicea, they hold timeless truths that speak across the ages. After this introduction, the heavens open. John is taken up to witness a divine throne room where God reigns in glory. Lightning flashes, thunder roars, and celestial beings cry, "Holy, holy, holy." 24 elders cast their crowns, and a sea of glass surrounds the throne. In this sacred court, the Lamb, Jesus Christ, appears, worthy to open a scroll sealed with 7 seals. This scroll is the key to unraveling God's plan for history, justice, and restoration. As each seal is opened, a new chapter in divine history is revealed, unfolding dramatic events that impact heaven and earth. The seals are opened one by one, and with each a cataclysm unfolds. The first seal reveals a white horse, symbolizing conquest and dominion. The second, a red horse, representing war, bloodshed, and unrest. The third, a black horse, famine, economic collapse, and scarcity. Theos, fourth, a pale horse, death and Hades following close behind. The fifth shows the souls of martyrs crying out beneath the altar for justice. The sixth brings a great earthquake, the sun darkened, and stars falling from the sky. The seventh seal unleashes 7 trumpets, which bring further divine judgments. Each trumpet is more intense. Hail and fire mixed with blood strike the earth. A burning mountain falls into the sea. A star called wormwood poisons waters. The sun, moon, and stars darken. A plague of locust-like creatures torments humanity. 4 angels release a massive army. The final trumpet signals the reign of Christ in the temple in heaven opening. This is no ordinary narrative. Revelation is a cosmic drama, a heavenly courtroom and battlefield. Every image is charged with spiritual symbolism. The trumpets signal not just environmental disaster but moral reckoning. It's a divine commentary on human rebellion and divine patience. Yet amid these judgments, hope flickers. A great multitude from every nation appears in white robes, redeemed and rescued. Angels sing, prayers rise like incense. The throne remains. This heavenly vision sustains the faith of those who endure. John's vision intensifies with the appearance of extraordinary figures. He sees a woman clothed with the sun, crowned with 12 stars, laboring in childbirth. She gives birth to a male child who is destined to rule all nations with a rod of iron. But a fiery red dragon, identified as Satan, attempts to devour the child. The child is taken to heaven and the woman escapes into the wilderness. This woman symbolizes not just Mary or Israel, but the faithful people of God throughout time. War erupts in heaven. Michael and his angels battle the dragon and his fallen forces. The dragon is defeated and cast down to earth, filled with fury, knowing his time is short. This is not mythology. It's a cosmic explanation of spiritual warfare, a peek behind the veil into eternal realities. It shows us the real enemy is spiritual, and that the battle is ongoing. Then appears the beast from the sea, a monstrous creature with 10 horns and 7 heads. It speaks blasphemies, wages war against the saints, and is empowered by the dragon. This beast is a political power, a symbol of empire, yet also more. It is the embodiment of Antichrist's spirit. It unites politics and blasphemy in a terrifying reign. A second beast rises from the earth, deceptive, charismatic, working signs and wonders. This false prophet compels humanity to worship the first beast and to receive a mark, 666, on their hand or forehead. Without it, one cannot buy or sell. It's an image of control, spiritual compromise, and allegiance. Economic systems are manipulated, and freedom is crushed. The meaning of 6666 has been debated for centuries. Some see it as a reference to Emperor Nero, whose name in Hebrew numerology equals 666. Others view it as symbolic imperfection, falling short of God's number of perfection, 7. Still others anticipate a literal future mark imposed by a global government. In any case, this number is a counterfeit, man's attempt to replace God. It's the branding of loyalty to rebellion. Regardless of interpretation, the message is clear. A world system will rise that opposes God, deceives the masses, and persecutes the faithful. The Antichrist, though unnamed, is present. He is the counterfeit Messiah, a destroyer posing as savior. Deception is his primary weapon. He does not conquer with swords alone, but with ideology and seduction. But God is not silent. He raises up 2 witnesses, prophetic figures who proclaim truth, perform miracles, and resist the beast. They are killed but rise again in triumph, ascending to heaven in the sight of all. Their witness symbolizes the faithful testimony of the church under persecution, never extinguished. The message cannot be silenced no matter the cost. As the judgments escalate, we arrive at the bowl judgments, 7 final plagues of wrath. The seas turn to blood, the sun scorches, darkness envelops, Euphrates dries, Armageddon looms. The clash between good and evil nears its climax. The wrath of God is poured full strength, without mixture, on a world that has rejected grace. Amid this chaos, Babylon the Great is revealed, a city of corruption, spiritual adultery, and global influence. Babylon symbolizes the seductive power of wealth, immorality, and godless empire. She sits like a queen claiming invincibility, but is destroyed in a single hour. The world mourns her fall. Merchants and kings lament, but heaven rejoices, for justice has been served. Her sins reach to heaven, and her judgment is final. Then the heavens split open. A white horse appears. Upon it rides faithful and true Jesus Christ. His eyes blaze like fire, and on his robe is written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. He leads the armies of heaven, arrayed in fine white linen. His return is glorious, visible, and victorious. No longer the suffering servant, he comes as conquering king. The final battle is swift. The beast and false prophet are captured and thrown into the lake of fire. Satan is bound for 1,000 years, the millennium. During this age, Christ reigns on earth, and righteousness flourishes. Peace and divine justice characterize this millennial reign. The curse is lifted, and creation rejoices. At the end of the millennium, Satan is released for a short time. He deceives the nations once more, gathering them for battle. Fire falls from heaven and devours them. Satan is cast forever into the lake of fire, never to torment again. Evil is finally and eternally defeated. No resurrection, no escape. His fate is sealed. Then comes the great white throne judgment. Every soul, great and small, stands before God. Books are opened. The book of life is revealed. Those not found in it are cast into the lake of fire. Death and Hades themselves are destroyed. This is the final reckoning, the moment of ultimate accountability. No injustice will remain. Every secret is revealed. From destruction emerges renewal. John sees a new heaven and a new earth. The first has passed away. No more sea, no more sorrow, no more death. God is making all things new. The former things are gone. The New Jerusalem descends like a bride adorned for her husband. Its gates are pearls, its streets gold, its foundation precious stones. God himself dwells there. His people see his face. The curse is gone. There is no more crying, no more pain. A river of life flows from the throne, and on either side grows the tree of life, bearing 12 kinds of fruit. The leaves are for the healing of nations. There is no temple, for God is its temple. There is no night, for the Lamb is its light. Perfect harmony, eternal joy. This is the fulfillment of all prophecy, the answer to all suffering, the home promised since Eden. It is the eternal reward of those who overcome. It is the restoration of what was lost. God dwells with man, and the story comes full circle. The message of Revelation ends with a warning and a promise. Behold, I am coming soon. Blessed is the one who keeps the words of this prophecy. Let the one who is thirsty come. Let the one who desires take the water of life freely. To read Revelation is to see behind the curtain of history. It is to witness the final confrontation between good and evil, and to know that God wins. It is not meant to terrify, but to encourage, not to confuse, but to prepare. It challenges us to remain faithful, to resist deception, to endure trials, and to hope with unwavering hearts. For the world we know is passing away, but the world to come is eternal. So let us watch, let us wait, let us prepare. The time is near, the kingdom is coming, and the Lamb shall reign forever and ever. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches.